Hey, what's up everybody, Prospector here with Watcher Realms. Today is going to be a Should You Summon video. We have the Vorn and Astral banners coming up this weekend, and it's kind of a picky little thing that we got to discuss. But anyways, without further ado, let's dig in. Okay, this is another one of those things, like there's nothing super wrong with this banner, but I think if you were to summon right now on this special invocation of spirits or a special divine summoning, I think you'd be a crazy person. You must really want Astral and Vorn. That being said, is there anything really wrong with Vorn? No, he's very important, and if you're trying to complete your poison team, and even with all the events going on, the last video I just posted before this one discussed some of the banners that are coming up this weekend, or discussed some of the banners that are coming up this month, and I do think you should be saving for those the exclusive banners. We have the agent banners, but Ireless as well. But if you're not interested in those at all and you just want to complete your poison team and you're missing Vorn, then you can go for him. But Vorn can inflict 2 types of poison, so he's going to be able to head 2 stacks of poisons onto the boss that you're going with. And the idea there is that Numera is going to come in and explode all those stacks of poisons, paired with Nastia. And it does a ton of damage. It's super powerful. And it's hard for me to say don't do this, but also on the Shackled Frenzy here, dispels up to 1 buff from the target. Then basic attack turns into 3 consecutive strikes, dealing 3 instances of 70% damage and inflicting 2 types of poison. For each stack of poison on the target, increases damage dealt by 1% up to a 30% increase. You might be trying to hunting some of these awakenings as well. The A1 is super good for Abyss 1 if you're struggling there. It applies a shield break to 3 allied fighter units. This is going to make a huge difference. Increases damage dealt to shielded targets by 40%. So if you're having a hard time getting through those shields on Abyss 1, this is what this is for. Now normally he does 2 fighter units. With this Awaken level 1, he's going to do 3 of the fighter units. So basically all the fighters you're going to bring into Abyss 1 are going to have an extra 40% boost against the shields. On the A3 here, Flesh Warp can be cast 2 consecutive times. The number of targets affected by Awakening 1 increases by 1. So yeah, so now we're looking at 4 targets with shield break, right? I think that's the way that works out. The Awakening level 5 is an enemies inflicted with poison deal 25% less damage to the hero. Each time the hero deals damage to a poison target, restores 1% HP for the hero. So his HP is actually kind of low. If we go over here, look, hero details, max level 13.23k. He's also kind of hard to keep alive during Abyss 1, so getting that A5 makes him a little bit more survivable. You can worry about HP a lot less, and then you can focus on other things like Rage Regen or Flat Attack instead of going for HP percentage as your 4th substat on your right side gear. And he's also part of the Piercer and Esotericist factions, so he's just very useful in general. Astral, on the other hand, Northerner Nightmare Tactician. He does put this vulnerability to physical damage at, but I'm just not really a big fan of the hero. He does bring a lot of ally support, team protection, and those things, and his damage can be significant, but it's not crazy, okay? So his ultimate here can choose and charge to an unoccupied ground. That's the tactician part, dealing 120% AoE damage up to 5 enemies in the path. After casting this skill, the hero is enhanced, gains 40% attack increase, which is very significant, and guarantees that the next basic attack during this ultimate becomes Deep Bite. Deep Bite deals 190% damage to 1 enemy 2 times. It's just not that significant to me. I never really think that it was a really good thing. He does though have the vulnerability of physical damage, but he also kind of hurts himself with the attack interval decrease. It's kind of weird, right? There's just nothing wrong with him. He's a useful hero. Is he going to be a game-changing hero? No, he never was. I don't think he's ever intended to be. He was kind of like a side banner event kind of hero that they added to the game. Hunting his awakenings, I wouldn't be too crazy. The damage of each instance from Deep Bite increases to 220%, and then the Deep Bite has a 30% chance to be cast 2 consecutive times on the same target. It's all about that Deep Bite. When the shield from Vampiric Aura ends, restores 30% HP and 10% rage to the shield bearer. Okay. There was also somewhere in here where he just cleanse himself of debuffs. But when the adjacent allies deal damage with basic attacks, so Sumkong, Kagiri, whenever they're just hitting, they restore 1.5% HP, so a little bit of self-healing. It's kind of like having Volca on the team. You could go without a healer if you ran him and Volca for sure. Although in Nightmare 4, you can actually survive with just Volca. You don't even need a healer, to be honest with you. You know, the crazy invocation, the crazy divines. If you're early and you're new, that's fine too. Summoning on these banners might be interesting to you, but if you can get yourself to 200 summons, you might want to pick yourself up one of the exclusive or limited exclusive heroes like a Kagiri or a Sumkong or a Diao Chen. It really depends on where you're at with your account. If you're in like a couple weeks in, you might just want to grab the Diao Chen for the inspiration unit and skip the whole Dolores situation. Diao Chen is a really good hero, so that may be something you might be considering. But also, like I said in that last video that I posted up here, if I go over this way here, then over to the events, game news, Frostfall Jamboree events preview, there's always going to be these massive events that are kind of surrounded by your summons. So in order to participate in a lot of these things, you need to have summons to get the big rewards. So if we go down here, like I said, here's that exclusive limited pick. You get to just pick whatever exclusive hero you want, and it guarantees you to have that hero within 200 summons. So if you are early, you're going to want to skip this weekend. Normally I would say the early game players, you can go for the 2x chance just to try to get yourself some legendary, then you get yourself going. But in this case, when you're guaranteed that hero anyways at 200 summons, if you can get it, that's a good way to go. Then we're going to have this banner as well, which is going to be also your normal rare summonings, which is going to be Adrian and Ireless. Ireless is phenomenal, a very good healer. You will be happy pulling yourself Ireless. Adrian is a really good fighter. If you can get these heroes instead of going for this weekend's banner, that's going to be ideal. And the same thing with your Ancients. You pull on this Valara and Rivenhall banner, and hopefully pick yourself up on Valara. That would be amazing. That's why I'm trying to suggest that you guys just hold off for this banner, as tempting as it is. Again, Vorn is amazing. He's a really good hero. Just being part of that Piercer faction where you can extend his range, or being part of the Esotericist faction, you can pair him with Nastia and Numera and just kind of like poison explode everything in their wake, and just really change how you handle bosses in the game. Gonna make APOC 2 really easy, APOC 1 really easy, Abyss 1 achievable, and Nightmare 3 and Nightmare 4 you're just going to destroy it once you get them geared up properly. But anyways guys, that's all I have for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Let me know what you think about this in the comments section down below. Are you gonna pull for Vorn? Is it tempting to you? I'm curious of how many people are going to be skipping some banners throughout December and through the Frostfall Jamboree events, and just going for Vorn to try to help complete that poison squad and just make a massive difference in their account. Or am I just crazy and thinking that anybody's gonna sit here and summon on Vorn and I don't need to put this warning out in the first place? Anyways, that's all for today's video. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe. Make sure you check out Discord. Make sure you join prospector.gg if you need any help with hero builds, hero guides, and anything else that's available on the website. There's plenty of tools on there to help you with summoning pity and stuff like that. Anyways, thanks for tuning in. I've been the Prospector, and until next time, keep digging.